is left to you. Get it? Hands up!
Yo, 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 what is up, dudes and dudettes? Kingslayer Randy back again with another video. Today's video is just a Warzone quad gameplay. Just a decent gameplay. Got to get quite a few kills, have a lot of fun in the process. So yeah, sit back and then relax, enjoy the video, and we're going to be talking today. I was kind of debating on what to make the conversation around today, exactly what I wanted to do, and I will explain. The first clip there was just a clutch up of me playing 3v3 gunfight with knives only, where I killed the last 3 people to win the whole game. But anyway, so today's video, I figured I would talk a little bit about The Last Dance and the Michael Jordan documentary. I have not seen it yet. I plan on getting around to watching it, but since this has occurred, this has spurred a lot of conversation again, and bringing people into the limelight of who is the GOAT and who's this and who is that, and really anytime you talk about that in basketball, there's so many different variables. Jordan has 6 rings. He's perfect in the finals. He was an incredible scorer. In today's league, would he average 50 points? And I always find it interesting to see people's opinions. I have my own personal opinion on things, and everybody else has their own opinions on things. But I just think it's interesting how this has come out, and it's become such a big topic of discussion within the community again, of like, okay, who's the best, who is truly the best of all time. And I think arguments can be made for a lot of different players. I think some people would they're immediately going to go with Kareem. Some people think Kareem's the best. Some people, will argue that Wilt is the best. The man scored 100 points in a 100-point game. Some people will say Bill Russell's the best. He's won like 11 championships when there was an era of like 10 teams. And it's kind of it's difficult to say who the true GOAT is, just because different eras, different leagues, different teams that they played. Different styles. Like the NBA now is more small ball with a lot more threes, whereas like when Jordan was around, it was more of a rugged defensive league. And I think Jordan's legacy is cemented by just the man was a winner. Like, he wanted to win at all costs. There was nothing that was going to stop him from winning. And I think anybody that doesn't pick Jordan as like the ultimate winner, the guy that you want on your team because he's just that competitive and has that thirst to win, I think is crazy. Like, that's just, in my opinion, he's the guy that's the ultimate winner in that regard. But I think, if you're looking at a standpoint of who can do the most on the court for you at any given time, you gotta respect, like someone like a LeBron James, just because of his size, his vision, how he's able to guard 1 through 5, all the positions, and just what he's able to do. I think you have to respect LeBron in that sense, But saying one person's the GOAT over the other, or one person would absolutely do this and that, like a one-on-one, people talk about like how Jordan would just dominate a one-on-one versus LeBron. How much truth is there to that? How much could he really? I mean, LeBron's got him in weight. LeBron's got him in size. LeBron, is Jordan a better shooter than LeBron? I think so, in some regards. Is he a better finisher than LeBron? I don't know. LeBron's pretty nasty around the rim. I think the one testament that LeBron's got on any argument is just his longevity and how he's been able to sustain the level of play that he has for as long as he has. That's one thing that you can really credit. You can credit LeBron to. But it's just it's an interesting thing, and it's always neat to hear what people have to say about that, and how people view that. And
Loadout drop
you know,
inbound.
watching the league like right now, you know, I didn't watch, you know,
Anybody need this?
in the 90s, so I didn't really see like Jordan play all these teams. The only thing I have to go off of is highlights and Space Jam. Uh, so you know, you really don't get the full testament of how good, you know, somebody really was. But I have seen LeBron throughout his whole career so far, and I know what he can contribute and what he's able to do. So yeah, I mean, leave your comments what you think about that. Who's your who you think the GOAT is, and who's your favorite NBA player? I mean, right now watching the NBA, you know, there's a couple people that I'm interested in seeing. Trae Young, I want to see how his career progresses. I want to see how Zion's career progresses. Luka's fun to watch. Luka's just very skilled, and it's always funny because when you get on 2K20 and you do any type of simulation, Luka's always averaging like 36 points. It's something ridiculous and something crazy. So yeah, just comment what you think, who you think the GOAT is, and everything. Also, are we gonna see the NBA season? Is it gonna come back? I think that's a big discussion right now. Is the NBA going to actually physically play any more games this season, or is the season done? I personally think that they will continue the season. I think that they'll finish it out, and you know, I don't know who will win it. Like this season, I think that the three best teams in the NBA are the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Bucks.
Front line.
The Clippers, the Lakers, and the Bucks. And
Time to earn your freedom, soldier.
really, you know, between those three teams, you know, obviously you got Giannis, who's just an insane player, who's a freak of nature. And then obviously you got LeBron and Anthony Davis, who I personally think is the best 1-2 combo currently in the NBA. Anthony Davis is clearly the best big man in the game. So and I don't know, then you got Kawhi and Paul George. Paul George had a slow start to the season. We didn't really get to see him and Kawhi on the floor too much together. They started to click there toward the end before the coronavirus kind of came through, and they had to you know, put the season on hiatus. So it's an interesting dynamic on, you know, where that was going to go with those two. Kawhi, though, man, I think he's competitive and he wants to win. I have the utmost respect for Kawhi in terms of what he was able to do. You know, he basically gets traded from Spurs, tells the Spurs, I don't want to be there. Gets traded, the Spurs are like, oh, we don't need you. He goes to Toronto and wins the championship with Toronto in his first season. Kawhi's a winner. He's a hell of a defender. He's a great basketball player. So it's very interesting. I don't know. I mean, if you had to tell me, like, if I was a betting man and I had to bet who would win, I don't even know who I would put the money on. I definitely think that the Clippers and the Lakers are better than the Bucks, just because I think that they have the few better pieces. I think all around, in terms of bench and starting lineup, I think the Clippers have the best team. I mean, you have Lou Will on there, you have Montrezl Harrell, you have the Morris. I just think that they have quite a good team, not to surround their stars, where I think the Lakers, that's where they lack around. I mean, yeah, they got, you got JaVale McGee, you got Dwight Howard. They'll definitely have some players that are hungry, like Rondo. They're going to have some players that are veterans in the league. They're going to have some people that are hungry. Dwight, Dwight's itching for a championship. He wants to try to get to that pinnacle. So I think that they have players that are hungry for it.
Supply box marked.
You never really know what would happen, but they definitely have players that are hungry. But Clippers are a stout team. So do you think that the NBA season will come back? And who do you think will win? Comment down below on that too. As you can see, I just got popped with a sniper there that was kind of disgusting. So, like I said, just a real quick go over the gameplay. It was a decent little game we were playing. Some of my buddies, we were having a good time. playing, trying not to rage too much, and just enjoy Warzone, as it's probably the best mode in Call of Duty. So the gameplay's wrapping up here. I'm gonna talk over kind of the end here and what kind of transpired. So we're getting down to the end. As you see, I got 7 kills here. Still 40 people left, 13
Enemy
teams.
UAV overhead.
Still a lot of people left in this game. And we kind of just found ourselves in a bad situation. We were trying to do that mission to get some cash, and there was, I think, 3 teams kind of around us here. At this point, Marcel is yelling for us to run back as there's a full squad over there attacking him, but he's like, we need to get away from that situation, and I'm pretty sure we run into another group here in a second, and it just, it was one of those things to where we were in kind of a no-win situation. There was too many teams around us, and
Hostiles in the area.
looking at this one here, other than my choke shots here, I was trying to mark people, get my RPG at them. Even if we survived this gunfight, I don't think it would have been rough for us to get out of the storm into the circle. It was a bad situation all around. So the gameplay's wrapping up. As always, comment, like, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and there'll be more videos coming out here in the future. You guys have a fantastic day.